Our hearts go out to the families from Surfcity, Florida. What a tragic, tragic situation. And we hope that more people are found out there in Surfcity, Florida. And we're going to talk about it when we get back. I'm CLM II for With Power, the channel that helps find the power within you. Hey, happy Monday. We hope everyone out there had a fantastic weekend. Here in the Northeast, we're about to go into another heat wave. I know those of you who maybe in the West Coast are saying, hey, we haven't seen anything compared to what you guys were going through on the West Coast. It's been crazy heat out there, and we're about to go through our second heat wave here on the Northeast. I'm in the tri-state area of New York City, and I know it's going to be 90 today, it's going to be 90 tomorrow, it's supposed to be 90 for at least the next 4 days. But you know what? There's other things to talk about today. The first thing, of course, is the tragedy that happened in Surfcity, Florida last week. We're now into day 6. They found some individuals, but it's been very, 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 very tough for those families, and we just wish the best for them. It just seems so tragic that a building would just collapse, and come to find out that they did do inspections. They were warned that this building has some issues, and they just were not moving fast enough. I know they were doing some construction on the building, and they just didn't move fast enough. They didn't realize the severity of the situation, and the whole building just collapsed. And so it's just a sad, sad story. A lot of families are out there looking for loved ones, and we just wish the best for them. We want to send out prayers for them, and we're hoping that they find more people alive. You know, sometimes people are trapped for days and they survive. So we just hope that they find some more individuals who are out there and can survive. And we pray that nothing like this happens again. It's just a tragic, tragic situation. Last week's show, I talked about relationships, and I got into some serious, funny, of course, relationship situations. So I want to continue that because I have another question for you. And I think I've talked about this in one of my past shows, but this has been very, very interesting question. It's been around for years. And the question is, can men and women be friends? Now, me personally, I don't believe that men and women can be friends. And that's because I've been around for a while, and I don't really see how you can just be friends with a female, or a female can just be friends with a male without thinking in the back of your mind for something a little bit more. For instance, what's the reasoning for a woman and a man to be just friends? Well, it has to be some benefits involved. Maybe she has connections that he may need. Maybe he has connections that she may need. That's a benefit for both of them. Okay? It's great connections, business-wise. Maybe he or she wants to meet someone, so they'll use their friend to make a connection. But it has to be some type of benefit. If there's no benefit involved, what's the reasoning for men and women just to be friends? It's not that they have a lot in common. Some of them may have some things in common, but not a lot in common. And usually, naturally, men are attracted to women romantically. Women are attracted to men romantically. So that's why I don't believe that men and women can just be friends. Strictly friends, no benefits involved. It's just like, I like you, you like me, we like to be around each other, but there's no romance involved. It's really, really difficult. So bring this up because here's another great story for you. And I remember this when I was young because I had someone in my life who was similar to this. Female hangs around a lot of different men. So she's hanging around a group of guys, you know, 2, 3 guys. She is the 4th person. She hangs out with them. They all young in their 20s. They all hang out together, right? They may have met in college or something like that. They kind of grown with each other, always been just friends. Nothing romantic has ever happened. So they're hanging out there. You know, they all have jobs now. They graduated. They all have jobs. They hang out. They go to after work parties and stuff like that. And come to find out that this young lady who used to hang out with the guys would spend the night at one of the guys' home every time they went and hung out. And you know, she didn't want to go home, so she would just spend the night. And it was all cool. Everything was good. So one night, she hangs out, have a little bit too much to drink. He has a little bit too much to drink. They go back to his house where she's been 1,000 times. And of course, she usually just sleeps on the couch somewhere, and he usually sleeps in his bedroom. This is his house. But this particular night, what happens is that, he's feeling her. Now, what I failed to tell you in the beginning is that she's a very good-looking young lady, right? Not a dog, one of those women who don't look good and just kind of hangs around a bunch of men. She's good looking, and he acknowledges that she's good looking, but he's never tried it. She's never tried it. But this particular night, have a little bit too much to drink. He's in bed. He's thinking about her. He decides to get up, go out into the living room, and tells her, listen, you don't have to sleep here on the couch. Why don't you take my bed? Now the door is open. She answers him by saying, I'll sleep in your bed if you sleep in the bed with me. All right. Now, if we're just friends, sleeping in the same bed wouldn't be a problem, right? Wrong. Because I don't care how friendly you are with the opposite sex, the optimum word is sex. So they sleep together. They get into it. They have a great time. So what happens? They continue to sleep with each other for 2 or 3 months. And then, of course, one of them catches feelings. That always happens. And who is it that catches feelings? It's him. Now he really likes the young lady. She wants to keep things on the down low. She's saying, you know what? Let's just keep it on the down low. No one has to know that we're sleeping together. Let's keep all the friendships intact, because we don't know what other guy among the crew would have liked to approach her or sleep with her. I guess she just wants to keep her options open. But this guy's like, listen, I don't want to hide our relationship any longer. I want to tell the world because he's caught feelings. So the question is, what would you do? If you were in that situation, what would you do? Would you just start telling individuals, listen, myself and such have been sleeping together for the last 3 months. I really, really like her. She likes me, and I want the world to know. Or would you respect the woman's wishes and still keep it on the down low? It's a difficult situation. See, because if you're friends and you just want to be friends with sexual benefits, well, you're going to have to respect the other person because maybe that person doesn't want anyone to know about it and would just like to have a sexual relationship with you along with the friendship, so-called friendship, right? But it's very, very difficult. All it takes is for one type of situation like what happened with them where they had a little bit too much to drink. Hormones was raging, and I got a beautiful woman right there on my couch. I'm a man. I want to go for it. Can men and women be friends? I don't think so. That sexual attraction is stronger than any friendship out there. Really, really difficult. Here's another story for you. Girlfriends. Y'all both, or more than just 2 or 3, but it's a crew of girls. And of course, each of you have guys in your life which you like to talk about. So you have 2 girls, they're best friends. One girl is dating this guy for a period of time. It doesn't work out. Now the best friend wants to date the guy. Should that be allowed? Now, according to the girl code, right? Girlfriends should not date their girlfriend's ex. Now, that's always been crazy to me, and I think I've talked about this in the past. You know what? You can't control how you feel. If you feel something for that person, it's hard to control it no matter who that person has been with. Even if that person has been with your best friend or that person has been with your sister, it's hard to control it. You like the guy. Should you have an opportunity to be with that person? Can the friend say, listen, my relationship with this guy is over with. Go for it. I hope that you're happy. Why should, a person who's no longer dating with this person stop someone else from being happy, especially if they are compatible? One thing we have to admit, if you're best friends, you probably have similar likes. If you're best friends and you've been doing everything together, you probably have been attracted to some of the same people. The only difference is that your personalities may be a little different. I've seen best friends, they look good. When one looks good, the other one looks good. When one looks a little homely, the other one looks a little homely. They kind of go together. So if a man meets one friend, when he looks at the other friend, there may be some attraction there. Should the ex stop the best friend from dating her ex-man? I don't know. You tell me what you think. Very, very interesting story. The so-called girl code, guy code. Me personally, I think it's ridiculous. Now, I've never been in that situation, so I couldn't tell you how a person would feel. I can't remember ever being in that situation. But I do know that I've dated a girl. I didn't meet her through another girl, but come to find out that they knew each other. And it all worked out. It was never any issue, anything like that. So it could definitely work out. What do you think? What do you think about the girl code and the guy code? Let me know. Talk about it in the comments. It's very interesting. Relationships with power. Love with power. That's it. Hey, listen, if you like the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the little notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. And don't forget to hit that like button. All right? This is great. Hey, listen, once again, our hearts go out to the people in Surfcity, Florida. And I will see you next time.